That season, the Steelers actually led our legendary Bobby Lane to a win-lose history in Steelers, which was 9-5. Took us to the Burt Bell, which was the playoffs. That was actually a trip to Miami, and the Steelers ended up losing that game, but they didn't bring their cheerleaders, so a lot of people say, was it because of that? No, we were just bad. In 1963, the uniforms changed a little bit, became brighter, and they didn't have to wear those hard hats anymore. This was a third-year squad. Again, not saying names, I don't want to butcher any of them, but this was the girlies. They had enough girls that year to actually do a pyramid. So they would do fun little things off that pyramid. The top would do a backflip off, the other two would do backflips, and then they'll land in like a V for like victory. That was like their victory routine. Their victory little dance they used to do too was a line dance for the Steelers every time they made a touchdown. It was in the rhythm of the Pittsburgh Steelers fight song. That was another great year for the Steelerettes and the Steelers. They ended up going 7-4-3. During that time, the Steelerettes would do a lot of their routines for like charity functions, hospitals, schools. Those girls put their work in. All year, all round, they would put the work in to be a cheerleader. In 1964, it was the peak for the Steelerettes, but it was just terrible for the Steelers. The record was 5-9, just struggled. But the Steelerettes, in 1965, this was the team. The record was 3-11 for those Steelers, but those girls continued to push and show their dedication to that team. In 1966, the Steelerettes actually became more of an image than just the players themselves. They even got Art Rooney Sr.'s respect, even though he was never a fan of girls on the football field. Even though the Steelers ended their season in 1966 5-8-1, those Steelerettes did not stop shining. They shined through the whole season. They did commercials. They were on early morning television shows. Some even appeared at a Dr. Pepper convention in Pittsburgh. In 1967, same thing. This was the beautiful team of the Steelerettes, but those Steelers were just not good. They finished that year with a 4-9-1 record. At this time, this is when other NFL teams started recognizing the cheerleaders and started having the same idea as the Steelers. Due to that, unfortunately, the Steelerettes just became outdated. And with the Steelers finishing a very disappointing year of 113 record, in 1969, both just decided to move different directions. Steelerettes were just no more. The college they were originally at actually ended up getting a football team. They needed cheerleaders, so they just went there. Then Steelers got one of the best coaches they ever had. Hey, my opinion. But I think a lot of people would agree. Chuck Noll. That man won us 4 Super Bowls. We had a glorious 70s. So let's be real. If it wasn't for those Steelerettes, the 60s would have been so boring for those fans. They were there every game, even losing games. They were there cheering them on. So question I have now. Do you think the Steelers will ever get cheerleaders again? Would they keep them the Steelerettes? Or would they change the name to something else? I know Art Rooney was not a fan back then. And I'm sure now in his family, they still have that same feeling. But it would be interesting. Let me know if you knew any of this. Let me know if I just refreshed your memory. Let me know if you want to know more.